Hi, friends! Welcome back to Alice Playworld, bringing you some Heroes of the Storm! Lunara has come out, finally, long awaited, so we're gonna do a first impressions, well, technically second. I already played a game just to check out her talents. This should be a lot of fun. I'm really liking her so far. Let's get into it.
The hunt is on.
Welcome to the Sky Temple. Enemy team Aspid, Thrall, Vala, Lunara, and Zeratul. Friendly team Nova, Gassel, Zeratul, Lunara, and Rainers. You can see there the matchmaking still pretty wonky. Mostly because of the fact that I'm playing the new character the day it came out, so of course a lot of people are trying to play it. A really long queues, all the rules go out the window. We're going to go to the top lane as we discuss our abilities really quickly here. Our trait is the main thing that we're going to be focusing on, as we're going to Paper Le Pew, just hop around. This is how we walk. We don't have a mount, by the way. We only just move really, really fast for a character. Of course, we can't mount. Our trait, Nature's Toxin, your basic attacks and damaging abilities. Poison their target, dealing damage, some damage a second for 3 seconds. Every additional application increases duration by 3 seconds. You can stack that up to 9 times. So the longer you poke somebody, the more they're going to hurt. Our Q ability, Noxious Blossom, after a short delay, causes an area to explode with pollen, dealing damage, of course, applying our toxin. That's going to be the same for all our damaging abilities. W, Crippling Spores, enemies currently afflicted by your toxin have its duration increased by 3 seconds and are slowed by 40%, decaying over 3 seconds. So basically a really, really great way to chase. Our E ability, of course, is called the Wisp. We summon this little buddy here who can help us scout. As you can see the enemy Lunara doing the same thing. We can move him one time. Not a big deal, so we're going to engage here. We've got to be very careful because Lunara is all about positioning. Let's go ahead and kill her Wisp really quickly because we don't want her to have vision. We want to cheat and to make sure we're the ones having vision. The first time we're going to be picking up is going to be Natural Perspective because of the fact that they do have a Zeratul. And I think it's a good thing to just basically, if you tap somebody one time for at least 3 seconds and they run into the bush, we'll be able to see where they're coming from and all that good stuff. We don't want to go too deep, so I'm going to let her push the wave a little bit, actually. Relocating my Wisp here. Hopefully she doesn't kill it. Leave him alone. And we're going to have a little bit of vision right there in case any sort of nonsense is happening in the backside. We're going to be able to disengage and not get pushed. So for now, we're going to be content with just holding the lane. Lunara, pretty interesting character. Her entire spiel basically is 100% positioning. If you're really, really good positioning, she can hit and run. She can do a ton of damage. She can get kills and she can get out. But if you're in the bad spot, in the wrong spot at the wrong time, you're just going to get murdered almost immediately. Pretty much a very squishy character. So we're going to do our best to be very, very careful as we're going to go ahead and try to contest the middle lane. I suppose it looks like Raynor is already there. I am going to head this way and capture that shrine. They're paying to go top. I think that's a sensible choice if the friendly team wants to come rotate with me, of course. A little bit late here as we're trying to go in lane. The cool thing about her is that you can actually poison these guys and get XP in lane if that poison kills them, of course. The last hit being very important. I'm going to begin to capture this. I'm going to go ahead and ask for assistance, and as I'm going to drop yet another Wisp right there, or at least asking my little buddy to move. And hopefully the friendly team can stall a little bit while I hold here. Again, I'm not very strong, so I don't want to be here taking a lot of damage. It looks like Gassel finally coming down. He should be able to help me secure this relatively quickly. And, of course, we can go back to lane really, really quickly to try to get the majority of this stuff and some XP and whatnot. The next time we're going to be picking up is going to be at level 4. Let me see, because I don't know. I like grabbing the Time Lost Wisp, even though I've only played a game with her, because of the fact that now our Wisp has no mana cost. And the cooldown, if inactive, is pretty much 0. It's not 0. I think it gets greatly reduced, but it lets us basically have a Wisp at all times, which is really great help. It allows us to scout really thoroughly, and of course, keep on an eye on the enemy team. It looks like Zeratul trying to jump in here. He does get caught by the enemy Lunara. Nothing we could have done there. I'm going to move my Wisp that way. He went the way that sure, I wish he didn't go that way. I wish he went the other way, but that's quite all right. They're going to kill it. Not a big deal. Let me go ahead and grab this vision real quick. We see the enemy Zeratul, so we're just going to back away. Is not even a thing, and I'm going to return to the middle lane because, of course, the enemy team has a lot less stealthies than we do, and our stealthies just make it a little bit difficult, so we're going to put a little bit of a guy there. We're going to jump on Zeratul, just poisoning him one time. Remember, we can't see him as long as he's hit by that. So 3 seconds is on top of the fact that he has damage, so, like, very, very annoying. A good source of sort of like a tracer round. We can see where he went. We can see what he's trying to do. If he's trying to blink behind us or anything like that, we can do that. Let's go ahead and move the Wisp with the other bush. The enemy Zeratul is trying to come in here. We see him. He's not being very sneaky, but for now, we're going to try to ignore him and just focus on grabbing a little bit of XP so he can actually get away with catching up in levels. It looks like the enemies is there. The friendly Zeratul running in there, doing a little bit of damage and walking out, but nothing too impressive. Our friendly Raynor does get taken down the bottom lane. A little bit of a problem, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try to engage here on Lunara. She gets blown up by Nova, but really can't do much else as he just running. She's really quick, as you can see there. Like, Lunara, really hard to catch if you're not paying close attention. Of course, the enemy Zeratul right here. I'm going to try to grab him, but he does walk away. and he gets away with it. I'm not trying to risk it too much. This is a singularity spike. I'm assuming he was trying to catch that Nova out of position. Not a big deal, though. Ooh, my range is not quite great there. Let's go ahead and just drop that. Ooh, there we go. Next time we're going to be picking up level 7 is going to be Crippling Spore, increases basic attack damage. The idea there is that for the next 4 seconds after we press that W for the slow, we're going to do a little bit more damage. So that's going to allow us to chase and or engage really well. We're going to try to get at least this wave down, if I'm able to, because of the fact that I'm trying to get a little bit more experience in the team. About to be level 8. Maybe we can actually get away with doing most of the stuff there. Let's go see if we can grab Zeratul. He does miss the cleave on us, and we should be able to poke him 1, 2, 3 max stacks, and at the very least bother him as I rotate to the bottom. I'm actually going to drop a Wisp right over there. This guy should be able to basically do that. Let's go ahead and kill their Wisp to make sure we deny. And now the enemy team in a good position there. We're going to try to go in here and do something. Rainer should be able to engage our Wisp, to give us vision on the other side. We do see the enemy team right there. And this is a problem. Let's go ahead and drop that poison. Trying to get here on Zeratul if we can. We are going to slow him down. He's going to take a lot of damage. That's pretty much guaranteed death if nobody heals him. And they do not have a healer. We're going to do a lot of damage to Thrall and try to get out of here as fast as we can, because of course we're very low on health, and that Lunara can chase us to the ends of the earth. However, the friendly team mopping her up before she can do anything cool about it. And let's go ahead and throw yet another Wisp trying to come in here. Val in a bad spot. Let's go ahead and throw a little bit of damage. Can we slow her down? Yes, we can, but of course we don't want to get ballooned on by the Asmodan. We'll go ahead and jump in behind him. We should be able to do a lot of poke damage. There are the max stacks. And he's going to try to run into the enemy, the friendly team. We're just going to run away from this Vala. She's going to leave her teammates behind. She's going to get overexposed. We're going to get the kills, and we're completely fine. We're basically baiting, holding the lane, getting XP, and doing damage to those towers. Let's go ahead and jump in here. I'm going to throw yet another Wisp into the bush just to make sure we get a little bit more vision and just clear out the rest of this lane. There's no reason for our Celtics to come out. Oh, it looks like Thrall here as well as the enemy's Zeratul. I'm going to take a lot of damage. I'm going to try to turn around on him. I do a little bit of poke damage, and I'm trying to sneak out of here before the enemy team can kill me. We're at level 10. Let's go ahead and grab that Thornwood Vine as we're going to run away. Do we make it? I think we barely do. And for now, I'm just going to go all the way back and hearth home because I have no health. It looks like, oh, great precision strike. Almost picks the kill up. Yes, she does, but she does get taken down herself. The enemy team very low. Zeratul jumping in here, picking up the double kill, and should be able to retreat, I hope, as we're picking up the max amount of health that we need to. And, of course, we get the majority of that damage. But that's when I'm catching Zeratul. Not a good time here. He's going to get dunked. Misses it. Zeratul does blink away with absolutely no issues there. Looking at stats, we have 13 kills to 8 on the friendly team. We have so far 4,000 hero damage. 12,000 for Nova, 13,000 for Vala. Doing a really great here with Lunara at the moment. But for the most part, we're just trying to bait a lot and hold the lane. So I'm not too... it's not the main thing that I'm searching for. Getting that experience. Let's go ahead and throw the Wisp that way just to make sure we know what's going on. And then making a little bit of lane XP and then switching here. We don't want to let Aslan push this too thoroughly on his own. Of course, Nova setting herself up in a good spot for us to go back. Let's go ahead and engage her. We're going to slow him down. Tons of damage going out. Here comes our heroic ability, which I actually didn't talk about. It is a long-range whip that also applies, of course, our nonsense. And we can do a ton of damage. You can see there, we force them way back. And for now, I'm just going to rotate the lane to the middle lane, see if we can pick up a kill on Vala. That precision strike barely missing, just an inch away. And of course, a Thrall in a bad spot gets shot. Tons of damage going out. Can we get in here? Let's go ahead and do the Vine. Oh, we do pick up a little bit of damage there on Vala. She makes it away, and our Gaslit does get taken down in the top lane as well. That's a little regrettable, but that's quite all right. Let's go ahead and throw yet another Wisp this way. We should be able to face check some bushes for us and make sure we counteract the top push. The enemy team likely to be wanting to push that as the next temples are spawning here. We're probably going to trade top lane for bottom. I don't see why not. The enemy team might try to go for a boss play. That would be a little annoying. But for now, we can do a ton of damage to these guys. Make sure we get the Wisp and kill the rest of the lane. Zeratul very low on health. The enemy team in a really good position in the bottom lane. So I think it is in our best interest to just get out of here. As the enemy Zeratul is jumping in on us, we're taking a lot of damage. We do pick up... Oh, great little switcheroo there. Let's go ahead and slow Zeratul down. We're going to do one more hit of damage. Here comes our whip, and we get him very low. He's going to die no matter what. Of course, the enemy team trying to relocate here. They're trying to run away, and our friendly team just chases them off. I'm going to hit up the healing well. This is very chaotic. The next time we're going to be picking up is going to be... unfair advantage, increasing nature's toxin damage to slowed heroes. Of course, we did spec for that increased damage whenever we press the W. So now we should be doing a ton more damage as soon as we do that, and hopefully getting more kills. We do have 7 assists, 0 killing blows though. As I think this is going to happen with Lunara. At least that's what happened in my first game as well. You get a lot of damage and you get a lot of assists, but of course getting the killing blows a little bit tricky because you're relying on that poison tick. So So unless the enemy team is running away, you're likely to not really get a full use out of it. Let's go ahead and throw another wisp there and try to push the lane back just a smidgen to make sure that we get a little bit more vision. Remember, the more this is pushed back, the better off we're going to be. And of course, the enemy team not really anywhere to be found. They might be going for the boss. That'd be a good thing to check right now. I'm actually going to send my wisps out in there. It looks like they are standing on it. They're getting it. I don't know. I'm trying to rotate here at the moment. Thrall in a sketchy spot as well as Vala. I'm going to try not to walk in too deeply. And of course, our friendly stealth is getting caught out of position. It looks like Zeratul manages to avoid Prism out of there in the nick of time. We should be able to do a little bit of damage. Of course, enemy Zeratul here as well. Do we have a Sundering? Yes, we do. And that is not good. Let's go ahead and drop our little Q there. Slow everybody down and try to walk away as we do more poison and just run away. Very, very close. The enemy Vala a little bit cute there. Let's go ahead and throw more poison out. And then one more time. Oh, she's very close trying to get to us. It looks like Zeratul should be able to pick up the kill. Good bait, good teamwork. We both make it out alive and we pick up the clean kill on the enemy Vala. However, this lane very pushed. It looks like Gasol trying to rectify just exactly that. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a wisp to the giant as we go get some, sorry, to the golem as we go get some siege giants. Looking at stats really quickly, 17 kills, 11 on the enemy team. And of course, Noah leading the pack, 19,000 damage. Vala, 20,000, but she has died 6 times. So that's oh, sorry, they switched it. She's died 4 times. How dare I? Forgot, that was one of the patch notes, but if you haven't noticed, the deaths are finally in the left and the rightmost column, which makes a lot of sense to a lot of people. Let's go ahead and slow Thrall down as best we can, doing a ton of damage, just basically punishing for days, and the poison is going to severely impact the way he's going to try to play in here. We should be able to head back, though, and then just try to clear out the lane a little bit, because I don't want this pushed at all. Of course, the friendly team doing a little bit of poke. Great engagement with Raynor, forces the heroic right there. Tons of damage going down on Zeratul. He is completely dead. And of course, here comes the jump on the enemy Lunara. We blow her up before she can kill Raynor. Really good stuff. They don't have a stealthy, and we should be able to push this lane aggressively to get a little bit of a leg up. We might even be able to pick up these giants if there's no enemy near here. Let's go ahead and back up, though, for the moment being. They want to do the boss? All right, let's go ahead and do the boss. I don't think this is a good idea. I can't really tank this. So I was waiting for Noah to throw in out her little decoy. She never did, so it's quite alright. Let's go ahead and back home real quick because we're very low on health. The next time we're going to be picking up at level 16 is going to be, I think basic attack speed on Invigorating Spores. Yeah, we're building for that W combo. Might as well try to do that, as you saw that earlier on Zeratul. Tons of damage. Thrall barely able to get away. I think that's the way to do it. I'm going to throw yet another wisp here to the giant just to keep an eye on it in case we need to. I am going to try to push this a little bit and, of course, then get on the enemy team. It looks like they have a wisp right there on that bush, and this is not the greatest moment, so we're going to try to throw a little bit of damage. Great Void Prism attack! Oh, they blow up Lunara. That wasn't even funny. Let's go ahead and try to do a little bit more damage there. So we're going to try to engage right there. Great precision strike, blowing them up, and it looks like we're forcing the heroics every which way on the enemy team. We're going to be able to slow these guys down, do a little bit more poke damage, and get back. Of course, trying to split up so we don't get sundered. Here comes the next Q, not a big deal. The enemy team bunching up a little bit. Oh, great attack there. We do get sundered, and we're forced way back. We're going to definitely get taken down, I think. Never mind, we're way too quick, and we're just going to escape by the skin of our teeth. No problem hitting up that healing well. Before we return to action, we pick up a kill on Vala. Got to keep an eye on that Zeratul, who looks to be engaged right there. And what I'm trying to do is basically send out a wisp this way just to get a little bit of vision on that, what's this called? On the Shimmering, see if I can pick him up. But of course, I can't really afford to go in there on my own. It looks like Nova trying to poke a little bit. The wisp will now move to the other side. Raynor getting jumped in there. Let's go ahead and engage right here. Slow down the Zeratul. Tons of damage going out. Ooh, we almost pick up the kill on Thrall. I could have probably done a more heroic hit, but I didn't. Sad day for me. Let's go ahead and throw our little guy that way just to make sure we scout to see where they're going. And we're going to try to chase this Lunara. She might shoot him. She's rude. It looks like she does. But we do pick up some damage and, of course, relocate. I'm very low on health. Might as well go hit up the healing wall. Do we have one up? 52 seconds. I'm just going to back up right here, right now, and make sure I'm topped off for the next fight. As we take one more look at the stats. 22 kills to 12 on the enemy team are definitely a strong show. And we do have 44,000 hero damage done compared to their Lunara, which only has 24,000. Of course, 11 assists, 1 killing blow. Really good job on us. I think this is the way you play this character. You are a hit and run annoying character of attrition. You do your best to get a kill. However, that Nova getting picked out of position there, a little bit of a problem for the friendly team. Not a big deal, though. We're just going to put this little wisp right here to make sure that we see the boss. And for now, we're going to hang out back, way back, because we don't want to be too brave. Being too brave is not a good thing, as we're going to grab some marks in the top lane, of course. Relocating here momentarily. The enemy team with a strong push down the bottom. I don't really want to be there. So for now, I'm just going to shove this lane away from my friendly teammates to rotate. One of the interesting things about Lunara, if you have noticed, is we don't have a mount and we're slightly faster than people on foot, but we're not really mounted per, like, you know, 100%. So you can actually fall behind if you're not paying attention. Let's go ahead and engage right here. Do a little bit of damage, throwing out a couple pokes there on Thrall. He's going to try to be really cute, slow him down one more time, and then just blow him up. He is going to sunder on us, but not a big deal though, as he's taking a lot of damage. I'm going to try to rotate here to the top lane. We slow people down. I could get a jump on that Zeratul. We're going to get dunked on too. Ugh, devastating. So I really couldn't do much else. He did do a little bit of poke damage. The enemy team gets away with it. However, Zeratul doing a great job engaging there. Gets lasered down. I was way too far away. At level 20, we're going to try to grab more range and speed of this. Let's go ahead and just try to jump this guy. Oh, as best we can. We're going to slow him down and do a ton of damage. Blowing him up if we can. He's just going to get completely roasted. And I think he's going to die from that poison. Yeah, he is. So now I'm just going to walk away. Zeratul might be up, so I just don't want to be anywhere near here. I see him that he's in the top lane. Never mind. I am going to back up. We pick up the kill on Asmodan. We recall, and we do a little bit of damage on the fort. Man, we're doing okay, I think. I feel like this character is very hard to narrate for because of the fact that what I'm looking at on my screen is usually at the edges. So I'm trying to talk to see what I'm doing, but in reality I'm looking over here. Because the main thing is positioning and making sure you're not getting hit by anything. We're going to try to deal with this nonsense push. We're not the best at doing this, but we can get on this side sort of and then do our little spikes there. And that should help us clear this out a little bit quicker than we normally would, as the poison damage will tick on all those guys. And we will use the last little bit just so we get the cooldown for the next fight. Go ahead and throw that wisp. Excuse me, that wisp that way. Just to we get a little bit of vision. It looks like the enemy wisp trying to chase our Nova, so we're just going to hit it in the face and kill it to make sure it's done. Our wisp will be placed right here. Although Gassel looks like he wants to engage, so might as well just do it. It looks like the enemy Zeratul right here as well. Using that slow, he's going to take a lot of damage, gets blown up almost immediately. Jumping in here on Thrall, he is going to sunder, but very sad time for him. We're going to blow him up before he can do anything else. Completely obliterating him. We're not really going to get the boss at the moment. Never mind, Raynor wants to go deep. I don't see why not. Let's go ahead and throw yet another wisp that way. Hopefully he doesn't die. The main thing is we got to stand on the point. Ooh, we get stunned, and we're going to get taken down by an accident there, but we need to capture that, make sure there's not the throw pit. The enemy team does not jump in. We do secure the walls, the friendly team backing up. So we actually threw really heavily in our first death of the game. Not a big deal, though, as Zeratul jumps in there. Great damage. He gets slowed down. Here comes the clean singularity spike, and they burst down the enemy Lunara. And now this Asmodan trying to laser gets stunned. The friendly team trying to rotate down here. Here comes Noah with a crippling shot. There's Raynor beginning to do damage. The crippling shot is good, and of course Zeratul cleaves one shot, gets the kill. The boss continues to push down the bottom lane. Of course, Gas is taking this opportunity to grab some mercenary camps in the top lane. And this is going to be pretty good. Likely to be, at the very least, a keep kill. It looks like you have a severe push here in the bottom lane. This is not good. I am going to warn of it. I will be up in 23 seconds, but these guys are going to do quite a bit of damage, although they are severely injured already. Noah doesn't really need to stay here for this push, as she's not really going to assist with the auto attack damage. She does get a shot in, though. Zeratul jumping in with a great cleave. The forces the defensive precision strike. Vala jumping at the last second. Raynor in a lot of trouble. Has Adrenaline Rush kicking in, but too much damage. Vala picks him apart with the help of Thrall and, of course, Zeratul. Now forced to go back and defend that. A little bit annoying. Let's go ahead and warn our friendly Gassel that nonsense might be happening. I am going to throw a wisp right here in the middle of the battlefield. I got to remember to use it as often as I can because, of course, they do provide quite an advantage if we continue to use them. In fact, right there seems like a good spot to put the wisp in. And now we just got to try to fight for one of these two temples. It looks like Thrall already in a bad spot, as well as the enemy Zeratul. Can we get to them? It looks like we're not going to be able to. Great jumps right there. We're going to slow Thrall down. We're going to be able to pick up the kill right there on him. Here comes some more damage on Zeratul. Can we do we not have to body block him? It looks like we do, sadly, though. And we're going to do a ton of damage, but we got to get out. It looks like he's going to blow it. Did he pick up Shadow Assault? Is that what happened? No, he definitely got Void. No, he did. I was not ready for that. Okay. We get destroyed. However, the friendly team picks up the kill on the enemy Zeratul. I'm just so not used to people picking Shadow Assault on Zeratul that it threw me off really terribly. And I get taken down, not a big deal though. 33 kills to 19. The friendly team obliterating. Nowhere 36,000 damage. The enemy Thrall 29,000. Of course, big engagement here. It looks like a great Void Prism right there, and that's when it begins to chase. Misses the Singularity Spike. The enemy Lunara sees him. Pokes once, pokes twice, and forces Zeratul way back. He's very low on health. He's going to jump over him and then jump over him again, forcing the cleave. Zeratul gets annihilated. Really, really well played on the enemy Lunara. This is what happens when you don't know what the enemy hero is. Do, ladies and gentlemen. He got confused. He tried to hit her midair. She just took advantage of it. Great. Uses the Hyperion right here by Raynor. He's going to begin to poke tons of damage. Gets the stun. Pushes Asmodan back. and forces both of them down. However, on the top lane, Gasol getting the majority of the damage from this shrine. Meanwhile, all Raynor has to do is stall. The laser on the wrong target. Raynor tons of damage, blowing up Lunara. He does get dunked. Adrenaline Rush saving his life. Very low on health. Can he turn around and kill him? It looks like he's going to try to. Very, very tempting here for the friendly Raynor to jump in and do a couple little bits of damage. He is going to get dunked on, though. And here comes Nova. They pick up the kill. Vala very low as well. Begins to go in here. He does pick up the kill there on Raynor. Let's go ahead and just attack. We do not pick up the kill. We do not help Nova, but she does get it for us. And it looks like on the top lane, Thrall getting the last little bit of damage. But we can definitely hunt him. This will be bad for him, though. This will be really bad for him if you catch up to him. It looks like Thrall is going to be way back there. Let's go ahead and engage at max range if we can. There it is. We're going to slow him down. Try to do as much damage as we can. Oh, we get blown up, but a great precision strike. Oh, very low. However, Zeratul jumping in on Nova. We didn't remember that he was there. We do quite a bit of damage to Thrall. He does manage to heal up just enough to back away, and he is going to Hearth right there. I don't know why I swore Zeratul had just died. I wouldn't have been nearly as bold if I knew so. It looks like we're sort of even for the moment, of course. That friendly team killing all the keeps. There is no boss in the field. Zeratul forced to come back here and defend against catapults. Pretty much map control goes to our side. And it's going to give us a little bit of a breather as we have 34 seconds before I come back. Although the majority of the friendly team is going to be back in about 10. It looks like Zeratul trying to poke. Not necessarily the best idea. As the enemy team pretty much going to turtle in a little bit. Until they have all of them, and they might move out and grab some Siege Giants. The best move for us is to grab these Bruisers and wait for the next tempo once we have full strength. It looks like on the bottom lane, Lunara doing a little bit of poke. She also has her Wisp near her, just getting a little bit of vision to make sure nothing scary comes here. Zeratul doing a good job of just scouting that, making sure nothing scary happens. We're going to throw our Wisp down there as we begin to run. It looks like he might have been spotted. Yes, it looks like he did. He manages to dodge that. However, the enemy team very close to him. We need to be very careful as the engagement might be very, very soon. And of course, we need to make sure that doesn't happen. We do see Lunara's Wisp here in the middle lane. Can we kill it? That would be neat. There it is. Kill it with fire. It looks like we do pick it up. And now the enemy team in a good position there to give it a little bit of a concave. We're trying to jump in here. That's the enemy Zeratul for sure. We don't want to be too crazy. Let's go ahead and do a little Q there. But we got to back away because, of course, they do still have a Sunder. And we don't really want to be caught out of position there. I'm going to throw my Wisp at that bottom bush just to make sure we get a little bit of vision right there. And with that, we have a complete vision in the middle lane. We can advance a little bit more securely as we know the enemy team is not going to dive in very, very deeply. In fact, let me just send the Wisp that way. Make sure we got that side covered. And the next temples are spawning. We just got to hold one and do damage and try to trade. The enemy team is going to be forced to come in here and try to deal with those. Great placement of those spirits by Gasol. They're doing a ton of damage, clearing this out. Can we begin to poke? It looks like we can. Want to watch out for the from the Sunder. Go ahead and do one more damage there to Thrall. Poke him one more time. Slow him down. And then, of course, back away if we can. Zeratul jumping in there. Or Nova. Tons of damage going out. Go ahead and poke him as well. Oh, we're going to basically pull him because Raynor does so much damage on top of the sun. We do pick up yet another kill there. Jumping in here right there on Asphodon. Here comes the Q. It looks like he's going to die, though. No way he's going to make it to Healing Fountain. And we should be able to pick up the kill right there. Lunara very low as well. 2 seconds till we get a heroic. And we're going to throw it that way. No need as we do pick up the kill in the core. Lunara, 6 killing blows, 16 assists, 3 deaths, 43,000 hero damage. Really sorry about the nonsense, guys. I was trying to keep my act together. This character is very hectic. But I hope you enjoyed that first looks video. And I will see you all next time.